we told you about that eaglet on Vancouver Island and how it was rescued today. Well, we know that that little bird has a lot of fans, so we wanted to give you a chance to see more of how the dramatic plan unfolded. Here's Lisa Johnson with all the details.
Grabbing a baby bird is a delicate task anytime. Try doing it in a basket, dangling back and forth, suspended by a crane 112 feet in the air. But they did it and carefully removed the fishing line from the eaglet's toe. And the eaglet has landed. Relief as the mother eagle returned to the nest. The crowd gathered and applauded. The man whose webcams made these birds famous was glowing.
I don't like to have to go into an eagle's nest at this time of year and disturb the birds, but at the same time, the bird was going to die if we left it like that.
Getting up there wasn't easy. LB Crane in Victoria donated the rig, but 65 tons doesn't drive easily over the spring mud in this field. So 3 Victoria area drain companies provided mats. Volunteers scrambled below to get them in place, while Mum and Dad looked on from above, and the 3 little chicks hung out. Flyer is the oldest, but became the weakest as the fishing line stopped her from jockeying for food in the nest. Now Hancock says the chick has a chance.
And he's getting a little thinner than he was, but he's fine. I mean, that's the marvelous thing about bald eagles.
Every moment of the rescue was documented and fed live to the bird's adoring fans. Hancock says it was those people watching around the world that insisted the foundation do something for the chick. So with the immediate threat of human garbage gone, Flyer just has Mother Nature to contend with. Flyer still has another 7 weeks to grow before it's time to leave the nest, and at that point, life may not get any easier. Young eagles only have a 1 in 4 chance of surviving the first year. Lisa Johnson, CBC News on the Saanich Peninsula.
Well, now that's a good news story. But first, Claire,
Yes.
before we go any further, I thought all of you were Canucks fans out there. Did you see the guy standing behind the guy who saved
With the Flyers?
Philadelphia Flyers shirt in
I
British
thought I was
Columbia?
the only one. I
What
know.
gives there?
I don't know. You know, we're banning him to like Manitoba or something.
Hey, they're going to have their own team now.
Well,
So says
exactly,
the latest
exactly.
report.
Yes, so say the latest reports. The other thing that's funny about that eagle being returned, I don't know whether you noticed, but he was kind of dumped into the nest. They very carefully took off the fish wire and then just dumped him back in. So it was like, okay. Outside of that, though, Peter, thanks very much. You might also have noticed that it was a beautiful day out here on the West Coast. Plenty of sunshine to go rescuing an eagle, even if you're wearing a Flyers t-shirt. Highs to the 20s this evening, or temperatures still in the 20s in through the prairie provinces, and still seeing some high teens out through Atlantic Canada. Bit of an active day today in through parts of Alberta and areas we really do not want to see lightning. A wide swath of thunder showers made their way through the Slave Lake region up towards the BC Peace region. For the most part, they're sort of diminishing as we go through the overnight period. High pressure is still dominating much of BC, so another fine sunny day out on the west coast. And generally this system is weakening, so some cloud around for folks in Alberta, but outside of that, not bad. Into southern Manitoba, where hopefully they'll get a hockey team. We're looking at a fine start to the day, but the cloud will move in quite quickly. In through southern Ontario, southern Quebec, where we've been seeing the showers, the thunder showers lingering. That system is gradually weakening, but I'm hoping for an awful lot in the way of sunshine. And there's a weather system making its way through Newfoundland. The folks in through southern Labrador, so temperatures drop today. That's going to be the trend as we go through the next 48 hours in Newfoundland. Once we get into the Maritimes, still very nice, however. Temperatures up into the low 20s, generally speaking. A chance of showers, the fog in the morning, clearing up into the afternoon. Southern Quebec, southern Ontario, I've got to put in a chance of thunder showers, I think, especially southeastern Ontario in towards southern Quebec. And there's the risk of showers again. Thunder Bay, you're going to put a risk of a shower in there as well, I'm afraid. Into the prairie provinces, this is where the heat is still to be found. Highs of 25 degrees in through Manitoba, and generally speaking, the mid-20s, Saskatchewan and Alberta as well. Out on the west coast, a fair amount of sunshine still showing up. A breezy one in Yellowknife with temperatures very respectable to around 14 degrees. That's your forecast. Peter, back to you.
All right, Claire, thanks very much. Claire Martin at the CBC News Weather Centre in Vancouver. And that's the National for this Thursday night. I'm Peter Mansbridge. Thanks for watching.